Good morning. Welcome to the HeroesCon preview from Still Only 35 Cents. I'm your host, Dave. I'm wearing my HeroesCon t-shirt from last year as a special celebration, getting ready. Leave later this week. Very excited to catch up with everybody, to enjoy the con and have a great time. It's wonderful to see you all. Let's check out who's in the chat. A lot of books here today to take you through. Not sure if I'm going to bring everything with me, but we'll give it a go and we'll take you through it and see what you think. But welcome, everyone. It's great to see you this morning or this evening or this afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let's see who we have in. We have Christina Payne. How are you, Christina? Looking forward to catching up with you whilst Heroes. We have JSS Brooklyn. We will also be there. Great to see you too, sir. Thank you very much for joining, and both of you for supporting the channel as moderators, so thank you very much. We have Bo from Omnibo from Aussieverse. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. And JSS, John, please remind everyone how you pack for international travel to cons. It's very helpful. I will go through that. I'm still considering doing that as a video when I get there, to sort of rather than this show. But yes, I will go through that somewhat, John or JSS, as we go through this. So give you a sense of how I'm going to be packing, because there's quite a lot to come with me to be shown and potentially graded. We have Gary Sassaman from Tales from My Spinner Rack. Welcome, Gary. Great to see you. Gary will also be there for I think it's his first time at Heroes, so looking forward to seeing Gary there as well. We have the Neighborhood Merc. Hello. And Derek's here as well. Hello, Derek. Great to see you, mate. Let's see. Have I got any more in the comments? Brian LCS, another one that will be at the event. So great to see you too, Brian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I think we're caught up to date. Yes, first time for Tales from My Spinner from Gary, so that's great. Great. Right. As I say, HeroesCon t-shirt. I'm looking forward to getting a new one this year. These are very nice t-shirts. Paul Smith illustration on there, so it'll be great. So yes, let's move to the overhead camera so I can start giving you a sense of what we've got. And any questions you've got in the chat as we go through, let me know. This is a usual way that I prepare. I normally get a whole bunch of books and debate. Like, I've already done a bit of filtering, but some of these may or may not still come with me. But it gives you a sense of how I think about cons. So, for instance, it's a one opportunity where I get to sort of go and see artists. So that's front of mind. And that's probably the reason why this is the starting point for today's show. So I love to get my sketches. I love to get books with original art or commissions done. So I've got a selection of books. These are duplicates. So I've sort of gone through this list, but I recently picked this one up. This is a New Avengers issue 1. I thought this was quite timely given the whole Thunderbolts / New Avengers movie. Not sure what I'm going to get on this yet, but I will be taking this along to see if I can get a sketch done, maybe of one of the characters from the movie. But yes, I will be going through that and seeing if I can get a sketch on that. But that's the New Avengers issue 1. I've got several of those, which I picked up recently, which I thought would be good to pull together for the Thunderbolts. We've got a very much underrated title here. I don't know if anyone have read this. This was by Dennis Hopeless. And I can't remember the artist off the top of my head right now, but Avengers Arena, which was like a battle royale type title where various students from, I think, the Avengers Academy and from the Brian Braddock's Academy as well, were kidnapped by Arcade and basically had to kill each other. So it was last man standing type thing. I think it only ran for around 20 issues. Fantastic book. Awesome book. Loved it. And And so I've got a number of these sort of blank covers. So X23 was in there. So I'll probably see if I can get a Laura Kinney sketch on that one. But there's a whole host of first appearances in this one. This is a real sleeper title. I think Darkhawk's in there. Not his first appearance, but it is new form. We've got what's the title? Bloodstone is in there as well. Another Bloodstone relative is in there as well. So pretty interesting stuff. As I say, I'm looking forward to seeing what sketch I can get for that. We do have James in the house. Hello, James from MJ Comics. Great to see you, mate. Thank you for a great video interview this weekend. I had a whale of a time hanging out with James, just chatting. We ended up I think we ran it for 2 hours. Didn't feel like 2 hours, and we had a good chat as well before and after. So great to hang out with him, and I'm looking forward to the next time. So we're hopefully going to do something UK centric at some point. But yeah, loved it. If you haven't checked out his channel, please go over to MJ Comics. So welcome, sir. Welcome. Let's see what else is going on in the comments. No, we're all good for now. So yeah, Adventures Academy, I would highly recommend it as a read. You can pick up the trade as well. The floppies are very cheap. I think they're in dollar bins, but again, it's a great title. It did have a follow-up, which wasn't as well received, or just wasn't as well done. But the first one I would highly recommend picking up. Then I've got a Star Wars blank. This one's the one I think with this is that first Star Wars, the relaunched when Marvel took on the rights, or Disney gave Marvel back the rights. So I'll see if I can get a decent Star Wars sketch on there. This book needs no introduction. It's a copy of Giant Size X-Men. I've got an X-Men one, which I had a Jim Chung sketch done for me. And so what I'm doing is picking up all of these big blank facsimile issues and essentially going to be trying to get sketches on these books and recreating the covers. So Giant Size X-Men #1 is one that I'm going to do, try and get it across both sides as well with the characters from Giant Size X-Men. We've got an Incredible Hulk #1 facsimile. That one will be pretty awesome. Again, not sure. I'm thinking potentially Art Adams for that, given the Hulk. So Art Adams is on my list of creators that I want to try and get something drawn from. Then we come to a very, very special book, which I started at WonderCon earlier this year. Now, this is the generic comic book, which is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a comic book throughout that is has a superhero and a super villain, and it's all of the standard tropes, but everything is written very generically. And what I wanted to do, and I got this idea from Lettuce Comics. So Hagen's doing the same thing, where use generic comic book as the basis for everyone to sign. So at the moment, I've got Swagger Hoss is on here. Gary from Tales from My Spinner Rack is on there. John's Comics with Kids. Brian from Brion Wednesdays is on there, and Rob Fatstacks at the moment. But I will be getting that completely covered with YouTube creators at the event that we're hosting on the Friday evening in Charlotte when everyone arrives. So we're looking forward to having that signed. As you can see on the back here, I've got all the stickers, because some people are sticker people. In fact, most people are sticker people. So we'll be getting that beautiful book covered by signatures from the entire group that are there. Let's see if we've got anybody else. We also have I Don't Like Comics. Hey, mate, from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Excellent to see you. Welcome. This one, I think I've covered this before, but some of you may not have seen this. This is the Marvel Fumetti book. Now, Mike from Lunch Money Comics has his X-Men Heroes for Hope, which he goes and gets as many of the creators involved in that book to sign it. My variation of that is this one. It's the Marvel Fumetti book. I think it was out in 1984, where I've tried to get as many signatures of the bullpen that are still standing, sadly, to sign it. So I've got Chris Claremont up here. Got Walt Simonson next to Walt Simonson. That means you've got Al Milgram next to Al Milgram. You've got Jim Shooter next to Jim Shooter. Sadly, I don't have Stan's signature on here. I wish I had. I do on other books of this that I have. But then I'm basically anyone that's featured in this book, I'm getting signed. So you got Louise Simonson there. You got Carl Potts, Tom DeFalco, Ralph Macho's there. So I'm going to get him to sign the book whilst I'm there. But this one always comes with me. This is my little sort of pilgrimage to try and find it. I'd love to get Anthony Asinti at the top there. Barry Windsor Smith's here, but a number of these either don't do cons or are sick or ill or passed. Byrne would be a great one to get, but unfortunately, John does not like to sign books or even attend cons. But hopefully one day when I get to meet him, so this one is a fantastic one. We have what is that, friend? I will have a special Tales from My Spinner Rack booklet for the fellow YouTubers for the meetup. Oh, wonderful. Excellent, Gary. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So that's my signed books, or that's the sort of sketch / signed books. But I am also going to be doing the John Romita signing. Now, John Romita is doing a special VIP signing. I think it was $150, and you get a sketch. You get to meet him and have 10 books signed by him. So I'm doing the Saturday. There are 2 sittings. I think there's one on the Saturday and there's one on the Sunday. So I wanted to sort of take some of the pressure away from the signing piece, because generally you're running around, whereas this one, because it's planned, it's going to be a lot easier to do. Hope that is the plan. That's the plan. But I'll show you the books that I'm taking to see for that. So Doom is obviously coming. So I'm going to get this issue of Doom Quest, which is issue 149 of the Invincible Iron Man run. Getting this one graded. This is drawn by John Romita Jr. Alongside Bob Layton. And so I thought that this would be a good one to get signed by him. But not only that, I'm going to have these cracked out. So this is that classic special double 150th anniversary issue, Iron Man 150. I'm going to get both of these cracked out. I've got 2 of these, one a 9.2 and one a 9.4. They actually are higher. They look higher grade to me. And I'm still, as I say, I'm going to get them cleaned and pressed when they get cracked open and signed. But that classic cover, it's a tough cover to get in high grade because it's a black cover, as you can see. But a fabulous book. Looking forward to getting that. And again, John Romita Jr. artwork with Bob Layton on inks. So that one is going to go in the mix for the John Romita Jr. signing. We do have, as well, joining the show, Dan's Comic Corner and Marvin Wynn. Hello, both of you. Welcome to the show, as I say. And James Howard. I may have missed you earlier, but welcome. Welcome, all 3 of you. It's great to have you. And as I say, chuck any questions. I'm trying to do my best to stay on top of the chat today. So we get some, you get to ask any questions as we go. John JSS Brooklyn did ask a question about how I'm going to transport these. I have these comic backpacks. So I have 4 of those. And I also have these as well. Oh, maybe not that. I also have these as well. These are fantastic. These are transporting. You put the little comic boxes. You can put your, I think, up to about 20 or so comics inside. And these go in the backpacks. And then the backpacks go inside my suitcase. So 4 backpacks sit perfectly well within the suitcase. And it's cushioned by the boxes and then cushioned by the backpacks. And then on top of that, you may have like clothes around the actual backpacks, but essentially it stops them jiggling around. And then that way you're not necessarily going to get your books massively damaged. So that's how I'm planning to sort of move it. And I'll do a video on that when I actually get to the other side, show you unboxing rather than necessarily packing. I think that's probably an easier way than doing it. But that's how I generally do things in terms of moving books back and forth. I also, these things are a godsend, essentially. So everything comes in these, sealed up, secure, whether it's hand carry or in the bag. But yeah, that's generally how I do it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a sense of how that works. Well, back to the books for JRJR. This classic Juggernaut story, I remember reading this back in the UK. This is a 9.6 old slab, old CGC slab. Bought this a while back. I've been buying 9.6s with a view to cracking them open. So this was my plan to open it up. So I'll take that. CGC will do. CGC have a service when you're there. They will actually crack your slabs for you, so you don't have to do it. So this also helps in terms of transporting, taking the actual slabs still in the slab, and then getting CGC to crack them out when you're there. But again, this is a classic John Romita Jr. art on the interior. So wanted to get this one done. And if you've got Amazing Spider-Man 229, you have to go with Amazing Spider-Man 230. The storyline actually goes over both of these two issues. And this is a fabulous cover of Juggernaut with Spider-Man. And again, it's got Al Milgrom on the cover for this one as well. So Al Milgrom will be there, and I'll be getting him to sign that whilst there. Every opportunity to get Al Milgrom to sign, I always try and do that wherever he's there. In addition, I do have a copy of Starbrand arriving at one of my hotels that I'll be staying at a couple of days before. So hopefully I have a copy of Starbrand as well, which I'm going to get signed by Jim Shooter and JRJR. Again, one of those titles that most people don't get signed. So looking forward to that one. We've got a copy of X-Men 191. This is the first appearance of Nimrod. So one of John Romita Jr.'s creations. So I'll be getting this one signed by him. Ryan at Colossus Collector will probably like that issue purely for the cover art there itself with Colossus. And then a couple of recent, I've got the variant editions of World War Hulk issue 1 and issue 5. Issue 3. Again, this is a beautiful, when this is finished, all 5 of these variant issues made a huge image. So you join them up, all 5 images, and I think it's Hulk battling various characters from the Marvel Universe. So I'm going to get those signed. I thought that would be a nice one for the JRJR signing. So hopefully you enjoyed those, and that's my 10 books, potential 10 books for that. Talking of signing, I'm going to get this cracked out. This is signed by Marv Wolfman, although it does have the George Perez label. No George Perez signature on this one, but I'm going to get this one signed by Jim Starlin, who did the cover and the internal story art as well, story and art. So that's another one that's coming for signing. I'll get CGC to crack that. More signature stuff to come. Got a copy of Gumby's Summer Fun Special, illustrated by Art Adams. So looking forward to seeing. I've got one of these already with a sketch that Art did, but want to get this one done. This is a really high grade, so I wanted to get this one done. I have this one signed by Art previously, but I don't have a high grade. I think my copy's a 9.0. So I'll be getting this one done. And a newsstand to boot. So that's why I'm super happy with this one. This will be, because I say, getting this one signed by Art Adams will be phenomenal. So looking forward to New Mutants Special Edition issue 1. That sort of crazy period of the X-Men. May even see if I can get Chris Claremont to sign this one as well, given the fact that he'll be there. So maybe Art Adams and Chris Claremont on this one. Fabulous comic book there for you. Then we get into the UK books. Now, again, these are going to be, I don't get very much chance to submit these. But before we get to that, let's go with this one. This is a Marvel Age number 20. This one is going to be signed. So it's Jim Shooter on the front cover, Letters to Marvel's Superhero Secret Wars. So this one will be coming with me to get signed by Jim Shooter because he's obviously there and attending, and it's got him on the front cover. So that's a no-brainer in my book. Don't think he's going to see too many Marvel Ages coming across his desk. So that will be going in for signature and grading. And talking of Secret Wars, we may well cover that off before we move back to the UK books. Let me just bring these up. I've got a host. I've got my Secret Wars run, the original Secret Wars run, all signed. So it makes sense to get the entire run of Secret Wars 2 signed. So I've got a copy of Secret Wars 2, issue 2, with an Al Milgrom cover. So get it signed by Jim Shooter and Al Milgrom. We've got a Steve LeHoya and Al Milgrom cover for issue 3. So get that signed by those. We've got an Al Milgrom cover for this one with Leah Loha as well. So that's issue 6. And then the last one in the run, issue 9. I've got to dig through the long boxes and get the other copies to go with it. But I'm, again, going to try and get my entire Secret Wars 2 run completed and done. But again, the good news about these, and actually that's a really good point, you're going to be busy at the con. So yes and no. So I'm going to be very, like, the reason why I went with the John Romita piece is that I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have to queue up for hours. The only one here that is going to be problematic from a queuing standpoint would be if I go for the Art Adams or the Chris Claremont. They're the ones that are going to have the big queues. Al Milgrom, you can generally catch up with very quickly. He's pretty good. Jim Shooter's very quick. They do talk to the people that they're signing for, but it's not like they're not necessarily seeing as much footfall as the others. So I'm going for more of the obscure, not lesser known creators, but the ones that don't seem to get as much love, because they're the ones that I grew up with and enjoy their work. And as I say, Al Milgram's line is always relatively small. Jim Shooter's line is relatively small, but thought you'd appreciate those. So I'll be going through the book and trying to find those out. Not a book to get signed, but a book to get certified. This is Superman issue 233, signed by Neil Adams with this iconic cover. I've put this on CGC, the boards, and asked for potential grades. They're giving it around about 7 or an 8. So I'm going to get this authenticated by CGC because it is a Neil Adams signature. Unfortunately, Neil's no longer with us, so wanted to grab this. It's in great shape other than the corners. So if it gets in the top end near an 8, I'll be happy. And a nice book to add to the mix. Love that cover. It's just absolutely classic. So that'll be coming with me. So that'll be JSA. We've covered those. Let's go with these UK books. Now, I was hoping, and I'm still bringing this just in case this happens. Last year, Jim Steranko was there. Hasn't been announced yet for Heroes this year. My fingers are all crossed. But this is Mighty World of Marvel, issue 129. This features a variant of the cover art for Hulk Annual 1, I believe, which Steranko illustrated. But Marvel replaced the head with a picture by Marie Severin. So the head's replaced on the Hulk Annual 1. This features the original Steranko art on the cover. And his face that he originally drew for the Hulk. So I will, if Jim's there, this is going to get signed. So I'll wait until probably the day. It may just still come with me anyway, just so we can see, you know, if he turns up, great. But a fantastic book. I do have a Jim Steranko signed piece. They published this, I think, in Mighty World of Marvel issue 31 in black and white on the interior pages, but this is the first time they put it on the cover. And yes, so a beautiful Steranko piece. If you haven't, go and find and check this one out. A great book to own, just purely because you can't get that on the US books. So, but yes, it is the original Hulk annual cover, but with that massive difference of the original Steranko art. So looking forward to seeing it if Steranko turns up, but it's coming with me nonetheless. Got some more Mighty World of Marvel. This is issue 197, published in July 7th, 1976. So a couple of years after the first appearance of Wolverine. So this is the UK reprint of the Hulk 180, Hulk 181 storyline. So there is Wolverine in all his zipper-tone glory through the UK pages. So this one's a bit of a, as I say, seek this one out. If you haven't got your Hulk 181 or Hulk 180s, Mighty World of Marvel 197 and 198 are the ones you want to try and hunt down, because at least you'll have the UK's first appearance of Wolverine. And there is your full first appearance of Wolverine and cover on a UK book. So this is the Mighty World of Marvel issue 198. And again, you'll notice something very strange about this one. Once again, the Incredible Hulk's face was changed. This is the original artwork by Herb Trimpe, which got changed by John Romita Sr., who was the art director at the time. And so this is the one cover where you get to see the Hulk in his original glory as Herb Trimpe originally designed this cover. So again, if you haven't, as I said, you can get your US copy, but this, if you're a Hulk 181 collector, you need to have this book too, because of the fact that it is so different, and the fact that you're getting a UK reprint first appearance of Wolverine in the book. So I always take this. I've got one copy of this graded already. I think I've got it as an 8.5. So this one's going in to see what this one gets. And then to finish out that trilogy, you've got to have 199 and also 200 as well, which also has the last 200 and 201, which has the final disappearance of Wolverine in that trilogy set. So these are the big main books that you want to get, these three from Mighty World of Marvel. If you're collecting your Hulk, I'll be taking the first issue or first UK appearance of Transformers. Showed this on MJ Comics stream last weekend. But yeah, I'll be taking this one. It does come, and I didn't share this on the day with James and his show, but it does come with a set of posters and action transfers with various Transformers on it. I'll zoom in for you so you can get to see it. So that'll be getting submitted with this fabulous poster and this scene where you can add your transfers, but thankfully no one ever did. So this will be going in for grading. And again, a first issue from the UK. Not a lot of fans know about this, so I thought that would be a good one to take and share with you before I go. I'll be taking the Mighty World of Marvel issue 1 and the Spider-Man issue 1 from Marvel UK. These are the first two titles in the Marvel UK runs, and they come complete with these amazing free gifts. So there you have, let me just move that out of the way. There you have your Hulk transfer, t-shirt transfer, and the amazing Spider-Man bag mask. So a paper bag with a hole cut out of it. So these will be coming with me to get graded. This one I'm up in the air about. It's a reasonably good 2000 AD. Prog 2, first appearance of Judge Dredd with the stickers. But I do have another one coming. And so it doesn't feel like it makes sense to submit this on its own. So I'll wait, I think, with this one. It may still come with me, who knows? But we'll see. But one that is definitely coming with me is this. This is the first solo story for Wolverine. This one is beautiful. Like, I've never seen such a high grade copy. I've shown this book a couple of times, but it has a Hercules and Wolverine story in the backup, which is the first solo Wolverine. So this will be coming to get graded. I'm really hopeful on this one. I think I've already got a 9.4, I think, of this book. But this one I've got a real sense could hit that 9.8. And I think if it does, it would be the only one on the census. So let's see how we go with that. That one will be a fun book to try out. Talking of the community, I've got this copy of Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1, which was drawn for me to Comics Curing Cancer last year. This is a commission he did for me. This is Spider-Man on Ultimate Spider-Man. So I'm going to get Izzy. We're going to submit this whilst at Heroes, get the yellow label, and that'll be a nice book to add to the mix. I've also got some books from Lock as well I might take along with me this time to get them graded as well and certified. But yeah, this is coming with me. Nice cover, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1. What else do we have to share with you? What's interesting is I will be going through Dallas on the way through. Now, I'm picking up a very special book. So for those of you that see me at the show, you'll understand when you see that book. So yeah, I will be picking up a book on the way through, which I want to share with you all during the live streams. But we'll see how we go first. So another people that are turning up is Richard and Wendy Peeney, who did the ElfQuest books. Now, last time I was at HeroesCon, I got my entire magazine run of... Oh, Izzy's here. Hello, Izzy. I didn't know that you were here. So I've been remiss in not paying attention to the chat. So welcome, sir. It's great to see you. I'm looking forward to catching up with you next week. That will be a lot of fun. But yes, this is ElfQuest. As I say, last year I got the entire ElfQuest magazine run, including Fantasy Quarterly issue 1, by Richard and Wendy. So I will be doing this year with this, which is the second series, Siege at Blue Mountain. So I've got the entire run, issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, issue 5, issue 6, issue 7, and the last issue, issue 8. So that's all coming with me. They're going to get those signed. I think they charge like $10 per book. And I will not be getting these graded. I'll just get them signed because my other books are essentially just signed by them, with exception to Fantasy Quarterly, which is graded and came out at 9.4 from memory. But I'll also get this. This is a portfolio that has actually already been signed by Wendy, but I'll get it signed by both of them. And it features these amazing pieces of portfolio art. So this will be coming with me to get signed as well, because Richard and Wendy will be there, and a lovely couple, and great to meet them, and unsung heroes of the comic industry in my mind. And if you haven't checked out ElfQuest, highly recommend you do so. A great book. I grew up with it in the 80s. when ElfQuest was published by Marvel, funnily enough. We do have some moderns to share with you. Unfortunately, Dave Stevens is no longer with us. We've got a whole bunch of Dave Stevens coming with me. So I've got a copy of King Kong #1 with that Dave Stevens cover. That will be coming, super high grade. Got a copy of his last book he ever drew. This is Bad Planet for Image. Really pricey book, this one, considering. So hopefully this one grades out well. It is a super high grade book. So we'll see how that one turns out. But this is his last published work, is my understanding. And so that one does command quite the premium. So this will be coming. Picked up this copy of True Love, issue #1. Another Dave Stevens classic cover. We got a Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. I do already have this as a 9.4, but this one I think is a candidate for a 9.8. So we'll be putting this one through. And it does have the 3D glasses from memory. So there's some more Dave Stevens modern goodness. And then I'm going to submit this, I think. This Greg Land homage to the classics of the Decapitation cover. I'm not sure if Greg's actually at Heroes. I'm pretty sure he was. So I might get that signed by him. Let me just quickly check to see if Mr. Land is in. I'm pretty sure Greg Land is at Heroes. Yep, Greg Land will be attending. So I will probably get that signed by Greg Land. A nice little addition to that book. And again, a great cover. Fabulous cover, actually, iconic. So we're looking forward to getting that one. And then the rest of it is just... So, we'll show this one. Not going to get this signed by anyone in particular, but this is going in for grading, if I can get the grading sorted. So this is a copy of Daredevil 131. UK price variant. First appearance of Bullseye. So I'll be getting that done. And then we've got a whole bunch of UK price editions that I will be considering if I can get in the queue for Claremont. An all-new X-Men, all different X-Men number 96, a 97, a 98, a 99, a 100, a 101, a 102, and a 105. The last two are 30-cent price variants, and then a 106 and a 107. And I've just seen Mr. Rob Fattax do something ridiculously nice, as always. Welcome to the channel, to the show, Rob. But I also want to thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That is very kind of you, sir. So someone may get a sketch at some point of those 5 members. So thank you very much for doing that. That's very kind. I'm not sure who won, but I will check. Does it tell us? I can't see, but thank you, Rob. I do really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you, my friend, on Friday. Well, I will see you probably Thursday late if everyone's still in the bar. But thank you so much. It is a drive-by. It is a drive-by membership attack. So thank you, mate. Thank you so much. That's a great way almost, because we're almost at the end. It's a great way to end the stream. I'll send you a personal note, Rob, to thank you for that one, because that is awesome. Thank you so much, mate. That's it for today. That's all the books that I'm going to be taking with me. It's been absolutely fun hanging out with everyone today and the comments that we've got, and hopefully you got a kick out of seeing these books. There's going to be a heap of content coming. I'm going to just make the screen big on me. Let's try this. There you go. Yes, looking forward to it. It's going to be great hanging out with everyone. That's the thing that I really love about this show. It's such a great convention for catching up with everyone. There's a whole bunch of new people that haven't been before. Like, as I say, this will be my 3rd year, but a lot of people haven't turned up. So I'm looking forward to meeting some fellow YouTubers I haven't seen, and even just normal viewers that watch the show and see us. By all means, grab all of us as you see us and have a chat. Love to sort of go through and even do some digging with some people. So it would be great to see everyone. Let me just see about some questions here. Dave, do you have any information on the Friday night meetup? I do. I will. On the Friday night meetup, we are essentially, there's a whole bunch of us. If you are interested, please reach out to me via Instagram and I can give you the specific details. But we have we've got a venue, which we won't obviously publicize here. But again, if you reach out to me on IG, we can, we'll give you the details. And if you'd like to join us, we'd be more than happy to have you join that event. But thank you very, very much. John, welcome, by the way, to the show. I didn't see that. I enjoy your miraculous floor videos showcasing the vendors' comic books. Please keep up the great work. I enjoy your effervescent energy. Please travel safely. I will try and travel safely. Thank you very much. But yes, there'll be floor tours galore. I'm planning to do a floor tour. I'm planning to do a whole bunch of hunting for books as one of mine. I'm also planning on doing the art auction. I did film that last year, but I didn't actually publish it. I will be doing that this year. And then I've actually reached out to Sheldon, who's the owner and organizer of the event. So I'm going to try and get some time with him to sort of talk, him and the team, and just talk through HeroesCon in general and just how it came about. So hopefully that will come around. But yes, there'll be a load of hunting. I might see if I can do a couple of comic books whilst I'm in Dallas as well. But stay tuned for that, because there'll be that mystery book will be featured at some point over the weekend, I'm pretty sure. But yes, looking forward to grabbing that. And if you know Dallas, then you might have a hint of where I'm getting it from. But yeah, looking forward to that. So I'll stop off in Dallas, and then I will see everyone hopefully late Thursday night. And then the con kicks off proper on Friday. And as I say, if you are interested in our event, then we will be doing, we're doing an event 7:30 p.m. through to 10:30 p.m. At a venue near the convention center. But reach out to me on IG and I can give you the details if you'd like to join us. And with that, it's been a great time. Thank you so much. I am gearing up for the 17-hour trip, but I'm looking forward to landing and seeing everyone there. So with that, take care of yourselves, everyone, and I will see you on the next show.